Greetings to the free world and on the man. We're back at you one more again. Wanted to talk to you about the tag of as seen on TV. Now, there's a great deal of products that are offered through different promotions during television or online, and they end up in stores with that same tag of as seen on TV. Now, as a consumer, most of us are skeptical of a product that we've never seen work in person. So we ask, we go to social media, family, friends, acquaintances, associates, whatever, to get some feedback to find out if, in fact, the claims that are made through this advertisement are true. Now, we're going to roll back the dial on that. We remember being a child, watching a commercial for a specific toy that we just had to have, because in the advertisement, it was flying on its own, and it was shooting missiles on its own. It was doing all this really crazy stuff. And our mother was sitting there over us when we asked her for the toy, and she said, "Boy, Dad don't do all that." And we sat there and we're like, "No, Mom, you just saw it. You just watched it too." And she's like, "No, it's not like that, son." Well, after a couple of weeks of begging and pleading and being on our best behavior, we were, in fact, let down when the toy did not fly and shoot missiles on its own. Now, let's rewind that and apply it to history. And we're going to start with Pearl Harbor. And this is the thing. This is how it works in our house. We don't know what your parents are about or how you came up. But whenever we would come home, our mother would normally ask us, "Hey, what did you learn today?" And we would rattle off this, that, and the third. This one day in particular, we started talking about Pearl Harbor and everything that we learned in class. And our dad started up with, "Well, the government could have prevented that because they knew about the attack being planned beforehand, and the fleet shouldn't have all been there at the same time around that time of year in one spot." And since that wasn't covered in the history lesson, we just looked at our pops like, "Are you serious? Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about." And we kept the look for a very short period of time because we like, consciousness, our teeth, other little silly things like that. Well, lo and behold, like 5-10 years later, we're reading a book and then a couple of articles after we read the book about how, in fact, the government did have a heads up about Pearl Harbor attack being planned. You can fast forward to 9/11. Is it too soon? We're not even going to touch on the fact that it could be a conspiracy and an inside job. Not even going to touch on that. But there have been countless outlets that have said that 9/11 was told to the government that it was going to happen. And no one did anything, and, well, it happened. Now, since we're on history, let's look at the books when it comes to, silly things like segregation, slavery. See, our books have been cleansed of the realities of what went on through these periods of time, which make it easy for you people who didn't get the lesson of, "Well, son, that's not really how it happened," like we did. Because our parents didn't proactively teach us anything about race or color. It was normally a reactive thing. Like when we were 6-7 years old and a man offered our father and us the diner, the kitchen, and our mom could eat in the diner in order to eat, and we thought there was nothing wrong with it. When our father said, "Thank you kindly, sir, we'll find somewhere down the road to eat," we were mad because we were hungry. And they had to explain to us why our skin color was an issue. See, because again, most families are like this family. So when we start telling you things that are off book, and you sit there and you're asking us, most of you don't even ask. Most of you are trying to inquire to disprove the fact, instead of really going, "Wow, I had no idea that was going on." So basically it boils down to you being a little kid talking about, "Oh, it has to fly. It has to shoot missiles on its own. Saw it on TV." And we're the parent telling you, "No, it doesn't work like that." Anywho, you keep reading what the media promotes. You keep believing every single word that's written in a book or an article. Just keep doing that. It's been working out so well for our country,